Record. Yay, I'm starting the recording.
Awesome.
Should we get started at 7:30? People will sign in if more people are going to come on. So welcome. We're doing gear talk for Kilimanjaro with Melanie and Texas tonight. Thank you all for joining in. I appreciate you guys being here. I'm excited because I always love to hear Texas talk all the details about what she loves about gear, and she's always got some good tips and some good insights for us. And I'm actually going to pass it on to you, Texas, to take over. I think I have a couple of things I was going to add in as we go, but we'll just see where you go, and then whatever else needs to be added in and any questions, we'll handle those at the end. Sound
Awesome.
good?
Yep, I'm just like putting my computer in here so I have everything listed, which I need.
Okay.
Let's see, get that out here.
Now, do you want to share a screen or anything, or more sharing?
Well, I will actually send out this whole gear list on an email to everybody.
Okay.
It was in the
Oh, it was in the email? Okay, great. Great. And so,
Yeah.
I mean, there's a few things I don't have, but I think what we want to start off with on this gear for Kilimanjaro or anywhere in the world, really, when you're traveling with your stuff, and it's specifically for tour guided trips, because most tour guides, they offer the tents and the meals and all that other stuff. So you don't really need to have your full backpacking gear list. So we'll start with travel. First, you need your passport. Make sure you have at least 9 months on your passport. The website says 6. I say 9 because it just makes it a whole lot easier. You might get somebody on there saying you need more time on your passport. So 9 is usually a good number. 9 months. You want a small luggage lock for your suitcase. So if we're going to the safari, you want to actually pack away all your gear and not take it with you, and kind of store it somewhere. So you need a small luggage lock so you can lock up your suitcase. And when you travel with all your gear, with your big backpack and everything, if I'm not carrying a very big backpack this time, probably only like 25 liters is what my backpack's going to be. But if you're going overseas and doing a long trip and you carry a bigger backpack, if you don't want to carry it with you, you need to put it inside something, because airlines will insure the contents within a bag, but not the bag. So if you throw your bag into just your luggage and you check your bag, if your backpack breaks, that's not insured. And that could be an issue right there. So you want to like put it into something, either a little IKEA bag right here. You can throw it in one of these. You can use this even on Kilimanjaro. And you can also use basically any other bag. I use packing cubes to keep things pretty organized in my luggage. So I just pick up these from Amazon. These are great. I just use these little things. You can bring books, you can bring your e-reader, things like that for your travel days. And then you'll also need, which I don't have with me, is a travel charging adapter. That way you can charge your cell phone or your camera or your computer. If you want to bring your computer, you need an adapter for that. And it's a special time in Tanzania. And I have it on there. It's either there's a type D and type G. And if you want to do your computer, if you have your computer or you have a larger camera, you need an adapter, not just the plug. The plug will charge your phone, and the adapter actually changes the current to our current here in the US. If you don't use that, you'll blow out your electronics. And so you don't want that. I actually had that happen to me while I was in Europe. I blew out one of my razors, my little razor, I just blew it out. I was like, oh my gosh. You can bring a travel sewing kit in case you rip something on the way. Travel pillows are always great. You want an empty water bottle, because you can just fill it up on the go at the airport. Any snacks that you want to bring, of course, you can buy those at the airport. Travel games, if you want to play some games. I bring everywhere I go out of the country, I bring my Sawyer. I used this in Tanzania and drank straight from the faucet, and it was amazing. I didn't have to buy bottles and bottles and bottles of water. So I just use one bottle and I put water from the faucet in here and just use my little Sawyer and I was good. You can use a luggage scale to kind of weigh your luggage to make sure that we are not over 33 pounds because the porters can only carry 33 pounds. That's the limit. So you want to make sure that we're under the limit. You'll want your travel clothes. It's going to be a long flight. So you want to wear something comfortable, something kind of stretchy because your legs will swell. We'll be doing, basically, squats on the airplane. Plus, when we stop in Doha, it will be about what, 12 hours, Melanie?
It was about 12 or 13 hours to Doha, but I want to mention some people have been talking about maybe flying to Manchester or London and
Okay.
then transferring from there. So
Okay.
I'm just going to we'll keep an eye on flights and see where the better deal is.
Okay.
I would like for us to travel as a group when we get to that point. Just because it's more camaraderie, and then you can watch each other's bags when you're at the airport and stuff like that. It just makes the whole experience a lot better. So yeah.
We had fun. We definitely had fun at the airport. We were having a blast. So also you want like a little small day pack or a little tote that you want to buy souvenirs. You can carry around your souvenirs and then you throw them in your suitcase when you have them. But yeah, definitely want to wear comfy clothes, comfy shoes, a pair of Crocs.
Absolutely. I want to add in, no plastic, the throwaway grocery sacks. That's a big thing for Tanzania. Those are actually banned. So if you have anything like in a plastic, like a Kroger bag or anything like that, just don't bring it with you. Like even if you buy it at the airport and they give you like a plastic throwaway bag at one of your airports, at one of the layovers, don't bring it into the country. Just kind of leave it in the country that you got it from, and then transfer it into whatever other kind of cloth bag or plastic Ziplocs are okay because they're reusable, but not the throwaway single-use grocery sacks. Those are banned.
Right.
Melanie?
Yeah.
I had read several places that Ziplocs were also banned. Is that not true?
We had no problems with Ziplocs. I'll look up any
Put a lot of stuff in
anything
Ziplocs.
Yeah.
You might want to try just doing the reusable Ziplocs. Just getting it set for Tanzania. They're not really expensive, and that way you can get them in all sizes.
Yeah.
You know where I could find. They're like a little silicone Ziploc.
Yeah,
they come in snack bags and things like that, just to be on the safe side. But we'll research whether we can actually have Ziploc bags.
Yeah, I'll look that one up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so now for actual hiking, you want a duffel bag. And the duffel bag last time is this duffel bag. It is an 85-liter duffel bag. It's waterproof. It has a roll top. And then I can put everything I need in here and roll it up. Just roll it up like a dry sack. So it's pretty nice. It only weighs like a pound or so, maybe a pound and a half. And it was fabulous. I had everything in here. Right. I love it.
Yeah.
That was a really good buy for me for this trip. It worked out really well. Your backpack.
Sorry, Sheila, go ahead.
A lot of questions tonight. Sorry.
That's
Is
okay.
that can be rented over there?
The bag?
Yes.
That's a good question. So you'll need some sort of duffel. It doesn't have to be waterproof because they'll put your duffel bag into one of their waterproof sacks that they carry, but there's also no guarantee that their waterproof sack is going to be 100% waterproof, right? There might be a little hole in it somewhere. So I would say your stuff inside of your duffel, if you have like dry sacks or like the larger plastic Ziplocs, something to keep your gear dry, just in case you're hiking through rainstorms and things, right?
Right.
You can also little IKEA bags. They're waterproof too. They are waterproof and they zip. So you can have one of these. They're pretty low cost. I think I got 4 of these for maybe $10.
Yeah.
And you're saying that instead of a duffel?
That is your duffel.
That is your
That-
duffel bag. You can use this or you can use the duffel.
Okay, and those are from IKEA?
Yeah,
Mhm.
I think I got them from Amazon, but they're like the IKEA bags, or like the large IKEA bags. But yeah, you want to have a bag with no hard sides. That way they can just kind of mold it into whatever they need to put it into and carry it, easily carry it. So nothing with ridges, nothing with hard sides or things like that.
No wheeled luggage.
No
Correct.
wheeled luggage.
That's not
So
good.
that's what I was gonna ask. So do your checked bag for the airline is your duffel?
No, my bag is actually the suitcase.
We
I
lost
can't-
the sound.
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's better now.
Okay, yeah. So my check bag is actually luggage. It's an actual suitcase. And then I will use a luggage lock and I'll keep everything there and that will stay at the hotel. The things I don't need will stay there. Things that I'll be using for the safari, you know, more clothes and things like that, different shoes. It'll all stay back at the hotel. So
So
that's why
we can do that. We can leave stuff at the hotel for the
Yes.
day duration.
Mhm.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they have a safe. They have a large room that they can that they call their safe. It's their safe room, and then people store their bags there
Okay.
while they go on safari or while they go on up to Kilimanjaro.
Okay.
Yep.
Wonderful. No, okay, good.
Next is your backpack. I'm going to show you the smaller one that I have, but I'll probably be taking a 25 liter. This one's a 17. So I would have something with at least a hip belt because you want to be able to put some snacks in here. You want to take the weight off of your shoulders. Last time I didn't have a hip belt and my pack kept sliding down. It was really annoying. So something small. You don't need a really big backpack. They carry everything for you. So all you're carrying in here is your water, a snack, because they feed you lunch, and a place to
Here.
put your layers.
Yeah.
And your first aid kit and things like that. Do not forget your rain fly for your pack because the first day is really wet, very, very wet in the rainforest. It's kind of misty. Hopefully it won't rain on us, but it's kind of misty and you want to make sure that you have something dry to keep your pack dry. Another thing that you want to have, and I use it a lot, is a little hip belt. I had in here, I had my little hip belt, I had all the protruding money in here, and that stayed against my body the whole time. It was with me the whole time. And I had my medicine in here for, you know, grabbing my medication real quick. Little candies I could suck on for my dry mouth and things like that. This was cute.
Yeah, I
Uh,
like wearing a hip belt also. So I like wearing my backpack and then some sort of hip belt. Just gives me extra pockets when I'm walking or hiking. And yeah, it gives you easy access to your, whether it be your cell phone or your medication. And then it also allows you to have your like Texas said, your tip money, you keep it close to you, however you want to carry that. Yeah. Yeah. Because there are, you know, they'll tell you like you're very, very safe on the mountain, but there are thieves wherever you go.
Mhm.
And, you know, Africa's a poor country and people know that there's tourists and they have tip money, right? And so there's been reports, it's never happened to our group or to anyone that Ellie has guided, but they hear reports of different things that happen. And so one of the things that will happen is that the thieves will come up to certain camps and they'll cut a small slice in the tent and they'll just reach their hand in and grab whatever they can grab and just pull it out of the tent. So you just want to make sure that your stuff is kind of away from the edges and keep your very valuable things close to you.
Right.
Yeah.
So this was great. I mean, it's very, very thin, and it was just perfect to have my tip money in here, and all my cash in here. So that was nice. And my credit cards that I used, you know, when I was traveling. I used a reservoir. You don't have to use a reservoir. You can use water bottles. I just found it easy. The porters will fill this up for you. We had a Vincent, and Vincent was amazing. he filled up everything we had. So you can use either a reservoir or a water bottle, but also you definitely want an Nalgene bottle, 1 or 2 Nalgene bottles. And the reason, not only to be able to drink out of it, 2, you can put boiling water in this and it will warm up your sleeping bag for you. It'll keep you really, really warm, which is very nice. And then as soon as it starts to cool off, your sleeping bag is still warm, and you just toss it out and have it, let it sit out on the outside. So you definitely want to bring an Nalgene bottle with you. Your sleeping bag should be rated for about 20 degrees or colder. It does get really chilly at night, so you want to make sure that you have that. If you do have one that's rated for higher, like 30 and 40 degrees, you want to make sure you have a liner that actually will make you warmer. So I'm using a quilt this time and not a sleeping bag, because I've been sleeping out in 10-degree weather anyway. So I'm using a quilt with a liner. There we go. So I'm using an extreme reactor liner in here. This will actually make my,
Like that.
oh, love it.
Yeah.
This will make my quilt, which is a 30-degree quilt, even warmer.
Yeah.
So it's great.
The other thing, in addition to that, a lot of people will bring, the hand warmers or the hot hands. I usually take a few packets of these I'll put them like around my body if I need to, or if my fingers are cold, I'll put them in my gloves and that'll help keep me warm. You could even put them in your bra wherever.
Wherever, they're great when it's chilly.
Yeah.
I always bring my Mylar blanket with me. You don't really need it, but I bring it because I use it as a sit pad. If the ground is wet or anything, I can use this to sit on. Or you can just bring a sit pad with you. Either or.
And that's just for taking rest breaks as you're hiking during the day. When you get to camp, they set up your, there's tables and chairs there for you and everything.
Yeah, so when we eat our meals, that we have chairs, so you can worry about that. So this is just when we stop and kind of take a break. So you can either bring a sit pad or you can bring a Mylar blanket, whichever one you have is fine. Now let's talk about, we got the sleeping stuff done, your sleeping bag and your liner. Let's talk about basically sleep pads. Now I am bringing.
Oh, are you bringing a fancy one?
I am bringing fancy a memory foam pad because my hips hurt when I lay on my side. I'm a side sleeper, and laying on the ground, my hips hurt. So I'm bringing this memory foam one. A little heavy. I would never carry it on my own, but I will make sure that is my luxury. It's just an amazing thing to sleep on. I do have another one. Let me grab this. This one,
Yeah,
Big Agnes, is also rated for cold weather, but since I have to blow it up, I'm not bringing it because I don't want to use any more breath than I have to. You can actually get a little pump for it, but I'd rather have my memory foam. Either one is depends on.
with that memory foam one, do you have to blow it up at all, or is it
Nope.
all just compression and then
It automatically, yes.
I might have to get myself one of those for the trip.
Yep. You just let it. Yep. As soon as you make camp, you open it up. It just inflates with air, and right before you go to bed, you'll close the little latch, and that's it.
Nice.
It's really nice. It's really nice.
Suitcase do you end up checking?
Pardon me?
How big of a suitcase do you end up checking with all your gear and everything?
Oh, pretty good size.
It's
I
a big one.
checked like something like that.
Yeah, I think the biggest one that you can buy, really.
I guess. It's
Oh.
a full size luggage.
Okay.
Full size luggage.
Yeah, because you have to fit your gear in there and you have to be under, what is it, 50 pounds for the airport?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then I
Texas,
need to carry my day pack that I'm going to use at Kilimanjaro. I'll carry that day pack as my carry-on.
Mm-hmm.
just to help save
Mhm.
with some weight in that luggage.
Where
Exactly.
did you find that memory foam pad?
I
Oh,
got
yeah.
that one,
I haven't seen
Amazon.
Was that
Am-
Yeah,
Amazon?
I got it on Amazon.
Nice.
I will find it for you. It's yeah, it's, what is it? It's Clost Nature memory foam pad.
Spell
Clost
that?
Nature. So
What is it again?
Clost Nature, CLOST Nature. And I will actually put a link in the email for tomorrow. And
Okay.
you'll have,
Yeah, that'll be good.
so I love that pad. Love it. But again, it's heavy, so I don't carry it, when I'm backpacking.
Yeah.
Let's see, what else? I will be carrying it though during our flights. So when we have a long layover, I will actually just pull it out and just kind of lay on it. In Doha, last time, I just pulled it all out and just went to sleep.
Yeah.
I carried,
Doha has a sleep room, like a separate sleep room for ladies and a separate sleep room for men. So if you have long layovers, you can go to the sleep room and just kind of, they have lounge chairs, but I found the lounge chairs really weren't that comfortable for more than a couple hours. And so the foam pads just really help a lot with that.
I have a cute picture of Melanie just crashed out, all her gear just kind of laid out because she's all wrapped up in her little, little blankets and she's just sleeping.
You need to send that to me.
It's really cute. It's
Please.
it's a cute picture. So in my day pack that I'll be using for Kilimanjaro, I will pack in my Nalgene bottle. So I just have it at the airport. My sleeping quilt. I don't need my liner. That'll be my pack or my bag. And then my pad. I'll have a pad with me. That way I can just kind of lay down in the sleeping room if we stop at Doha and kind of just relax for 5 or 6 hours.
Yeah, depending on the layers.
So another thing I'll bring is a memory foam pillow.
Hello.
I'm all about memory foam. And it's really nice. This one's called the Snoozy from Wise Owl. And it's really comfortable and squishy. Love it. And very, very soft and kind of like a little felt kind of feel on here. It's very, very soft. So I'll have this.
Nice.
And then compression bags, of course, my compression bag for my pad, because I have to actually compress that down and get all the air out and kind of roll it up. It's like takes a little time to roll back up, but it does roll up. But I need a compression bag to get it really small. You'll want any of your basic first aid and medication. Medication, when you're going overseas, you want to leave in the actual bottles. Just to make sure that when you go through customs, that they see that the medication is prescription and it hasn't been prescribed by a doctor. If it's just out in like a pillbox case, they might make you throw it away or confiscate it. So you don't want that to happen. So you want to make sure that you have all the bottles
Okay.
of medication.
Vitamins would be okay in a pill case, just not prescriptions.
Do they know what the difference is between a vitamin and a prescription?
Yeah. You want everything that you take, you want to make sure it's in a bottle.
Oh, wow. I
Mhm.
take vitamins.
Yep. You want to make sure that they're in
You might be able to go to the pharmacy and ask them to individually wrap like your days, and then they might be able to put a label on it.
Yeah, that's a thought. Got
Yeah.
some time to think about it. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
So yeah, the pharmacies are really good about making the little packs. They come in like little square packs, little bubble packs. And you can just, each day you can just pop open all your either vitamins or your medications on that. You'll want some kind of bug spray. Again, because of the rainforest, this is the only time I used the bug spray. Or deep wipes or anything was right in the rainforest. After we got out of the rainforest, I did not see a bug at all. Nothing.
Yep.
So it's like one little day. Let's see. We want some moleskin in case we have any blisters or anything like that. You want to carry a bandana just to have, just kind of wipe your hands and things like that. You do definitely want to bring some kind of camp towel, whether it be a small camp towel or a large really large one. Because at the end of the day, they will warm up some water and they'll have soap, and you can wash your face, wash your hands, kind of clean up a little bit, which is really nice to actually be able to wash your face. But after that, washing your face and washing your hands, I bring like some cold cream because it's very drying. It's very, very dry as you get in the higher elevations. So I bring some cold cream so I can put that on my face so I can kind of keep moisturized. So I bring these little things like this.
The a sunscreen, like a facial sunscreen, would work really well too.
Mhm.
I do want to add in about the bandana.
Mm.
So coming down from Summit, you're going through like this dusty lava type field, very broken up lava. And you'll want to have either a bandana that you could, like you would wear it going up, but then coming down, you want to protect your face and your mouth from all the volcanic ash that's like spewing all over the place in the air. So either a bandana like this, and I usually take both, or like the neck gaiter, because the neck gaiter will get into the later, but the neck gaiter, you can use it, to protect you. And you can also use it for the dust when you're coming down too.
Right.
So just keep that in mind. Definitely want a neck gaiter and a bandana.
Those are definitely things, because I mean, I would blow my nose. I would sit there and blow my nose, and you can see all the dust in your nose. It's very, very dusty there. Very dusty.
Yeah, in certain areas, not the whole place. Yeah.
Not the whole place. Yeah, the rainforest feels amazing on your skin because it's so moisted there, and just all the mist. You feel great. You'll want to bring a headlamp because you'll need that for summit day and when it gets dark.
And extra batteries.
Extra batteries.
Yeah.
And then some people like to bring a little light to put in their tents, because they might want to read their book, things like that. You can do that. This is a little optional thing. You don't need to bring it, but you do need to bring a headlight. And Melanie will talk about either bring batteries or rechargeable. You brought rechargeable, didn't you?
No, I've only done batteries, but I know, I think it was Carmen on our last trip. She was doing rechargeable, but she had a problem with the rechargeable because at altitude, it doesn't recharge as fast and it doesn't last as long. So what should have been, it lasting 8 hours, it really was only lasting like 3 or 4 hours. So I definitely recommend battery operated headlamps, not rechargeable. Rechargeable will be fine for the safari if you have one and you like it. But for actually summiting, you want battery, and you want fresh batteries in it on summit day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I've only used the ones with batteries. I haven't used one with rechargeables.
Yeah.
So I like it. So you definitely want extra batteries.
Yeah, definitely.
Trekking poles, little thing of duct tape. I have a little roll of duct tape that I bring with me just in case I get, a blister and I can't find my moleskin. I can just pop out and just put that on a blister. You can bring a head net. I didn't need it. I brought it last time and I really didn't need it in the rainforest.
I wonder if you'll need it on the safari.
Yes,
Maybe.
you might need it on the safari. You might need it on the safari, but on Kilimanjaro, I didn't need it at all.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have that. Stuff sacks, wherever they are. That way you just kind of separate your stuff, or you can just use the packing cubes. So you can either use stuff sacks or packing cubes. Either one.
Yeah, stuff sacks or dry bags that are stuff sacks.
Dry bags.
Yeah.
Those are really good.
You can press things and fit it all into your gear bag.
You might want to bring an eye mask with you if you have trouble sleeping and you want really, really dark. It does tend to stay pretty dark in there at night. But if you like to wear an eye mask, you can wear one of those and bring those. Any feminine products that you need, you'll have to bring those.
What? Sorry?
Remember, we have the feminine products.
Oh, gotcha. Sorry.
Yes. But remember, we have to pack those out. Pack them out. Any urination device or cooler cloth, just in case you have to go potty. We don't hike a whole long distance, so we usually can make it to camp before we have to go potty. At least that's what I found. I really wasn't any urgent need to actually go to the bathroom between when we left camp, when we made camp. You?
No, that's true. And I wonder why that is. I wonder if it has to do with elevation or just being like maybe dehydrated from the flights or something, and you just don't have to go potty as much. I don't know, until you get higher up, and then when you start taking Diamox, then it makes you actually pee a lot at night.
That's what I was gonna ask, because y'all said Diamox makes you have to pee.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it's
You don't-
usually at night.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not usually during the day, but everybody, right?
That the whole time we just take that, like once we start getting up, we start taking the Diamox?
I believe Ellie will advise us, but it's usually the very first day on the mountain, you'll start taking your Diamox, and then you'll go higher and higher dosages as you go higher in elevation.
Okay.
Mhm.
And you said what kind of dose? I actually have a doctor's appointment coming up, and I was going to mention it. What kind of dosage do I need to ask her for? Because y'all said,
She'll give you the dosage that they have under their regulations, I guess, or whatever. They'll look it up. See if you can convince her to give you like a 30-day supply so that you have lots.
okay,
Yeah.
that way double up, because you said they don't give enough. The US doctors don't prescribe enough.
Correct. Yeah, because your body metabolizes the Diamox or any medication as you go higher in elevation.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so you also need, next thing you'll need is a pair of sunglasses, because it's very, very bright all day long.
Yes.
So you'll want an extra pair of sunglasses. If you like certain snacks, Tanzania doesn't have everything. So if you like a certain power bar or candy or drink mixes, you might want to bring them. You might want to bring those with you. That way you have them. But we do stop at a little store and you can pick up some snacks. I kind of did both. I think I brought too much.
Well, I think it's fun to just buy snacks from other places. It's like, oh, that looks yummy. Oh, that looks yummy, right? So it's nice to just kind of try some of that stuff. But I do want to mention the drink mixes, like your different hydration mixes or your like whatever kind of water enhancer that you like. Any of the noon tablets or whatever it is. A lot of people really seem to enjoy that, especially when you're dealing with treated water, like chemically treated water. As you get to the higher elevations, they are purifying the water for us. And so it just helps to give it a little bit better taste. So that, because it's important to keep on drinking water, but if you don't like the taste of it, but you still have to drink it, you might want to put something in it, if that makes sense. So, bring yourself, several little packets of whatever flavors you like and have it with you. I think that's like probably the one luxury treat thing that's nice to have there.
Yeah, I brought a lot of kiwi strawberry.
Did you?
That's what I did.
Yeah,
Kiwi
that's
strawberry.
Yeah.
Which was really good.
Yeah.
So you'll want to that. And like if you like Luna bars, if you like Cliff Bar, well, I think they do have Cliff bars, but if you like a certain brand of power bar, you might want to bring that. We do eat a lot of food. I mean, so you don't want to go overboard on bringing all the snacks and candies, unless you want to give the porters some power bars or candies and things like that from the US, because then we eat so much.
They do feed you well, absolutely. And it's all wholesome, whole cooked meals. Like it's nothing, like it's certainly not Americanized at all. Like you're eating meat and potatoes and pasta and rice. And they made us pizza one night, which was
Oh my gosh, that was so good.
They usually greet you with like cookies and popcorn and tea and coffee when you get to camp. And then they start with like a soup and then a salad, and then you have your main course. So there's like plenty and plenty of food to eat. Yeah.
Definitely plenty of food. And then even Ellie was giving us snacks, little muffins and cakes along the way. So you have so much food. So you don't have to bring a whole lot of extra food and everything like that. You might want to bring a banner or flag or something to hold up at summit, saying, "Woo, I made it, here I am." You can bring a little selfie stick or a little tripod, travel tripod. That way you can just kind of document everything. If you are a light sleeper, you might want to bring earplugs because it does get a little loud at night because we have so many people at camp. And so we got people talking and yeah, it can get a little loud. So you might want to wear an earplug. Or if you don't want to take their phone, you can bring a camera, a little small camera and a memory card if you want to keep it on a camera. You'll want a waterproof phone case just in case, it's raining, but I would use a Ziploc really for my phone, or I put it inside my jacket, which is waterproof. I brought 2 power banks and I used them both. I went through a lot of battery power because I was taking so many pictures and so many videos. So I brought 2 really big power banks that charged my phone. The power bank was, I think it was 30,000 MAHs, whatever the power. So they were pretty big. They charged my phone. It could charge a phone maybe 5 or 6 times on one of those batteries that are full. And I brought 2. We brought playing cards with us and we played games.
Yeah, well, that was called what? Phase 10, I think. That was fun.
Yeah, Phase 10.
Yeah.
Some people brought a journal with them and they were writing journals. You definitely want to bring, if you like to listen to music at night, your headphones. That's also nice. You can either bring your chargeable ones or you can bring just ones with a cord. I brought the ones with the cord. That way I didn't have to worry about charging anything. That way I can just plug in my phone and then I had those.
I want to add in. So in addition to the headphones at night, if you want to listen to your headphones, some people on Summit, they'll put in their earbuds and then play like their favorite playlist, just to keep their head in a happy space. One of the things that stops people from reaching Summit is that they start thinking negative thoughts, or they start thinking about, negative things that have happened in their lives. And then that just starts them on this downward spiral. And then it's really when you're at elevation and you're doing hard things, that your mental state will just pull you down, and then that could stop you from summiting. So one big recommendation is to, start thinking about, all the positive things in your life, and really start working on gratitude, and really start working on all the good stuff that's going on, so that when you're in that mode going up to summit, that you're really in a good positive headspace, and playing your favorite playlist can help.
Okay, I'm going to ask. Okay,
Yeah.
so why is it that it's so difficult? Why is it that people get into a negative space?
So, so what is it that makes it so difficult? So it's like
It's dark.
several hours. So you're walking for several hours in the dark at night, following the person's footsteps in front of you, and you're breathing. That's all you're doing. So the only place you're at is in your head.
Mm-hmm.
And so whatever's going on in your head that's your entertainment.
Okay, so start practicing meditation.
There you go.
Yeah.
You got it.
Yeah.
That's good question. Good question.
Yeah. It just, when you're expending that much energy, you start to think, why am I doing this? This is so hard. I mean, I really don't have to do this. You don't want that mentality. You want to be going, yes, I am doing this. I am doing this. And I am awesome. I am a rock star. And you want to keep saying it to yourself, I'm a rock star. I'm doing this.
Good question. All right. What's up next?
That's actually all the stuff I have for the gear. You have your normal toiletries and things like that, which is pretty much the same as anything else. But is there anything that anybody would like to bring, or that I can mention?
Could you kind of go through like the layers that you wear as you get up where it's cold? Like, do you wear wool base layer? Do you wear how many layers? What do you wear?
Oh yeah, sure.
How cold is it up there?
Yes, and like for how many days? So I was looking up stuff about the climates on Kilimanjaro and everything. But so how many days do we have to worry about it being really cold? I know some at night is like freezing or lower. But
Okay, so I only use my ski jacket at base camp. Because that's as far as I got. I got to base camp as far as I got. So other than getting to base camp, that's the only time I use my ski jacket. And yeah, because I brought my bib overalls, but I didn't go any higher than that. My ski bib overalls. Other than that, I was pretty much in just a little puffy jacket and my vest. So let's go down to clothing. So let me pull up that real quick. Let me pull up clothing. Okay, so on clothing, we'll start with shoes. Okay, you want to wear either a hiking shoe. You wouldn't want to wear either a hiking shoe or a hiking boot. Just because of the terrain on there, you want to make sure that it fits and they're not, and they will fit both a light sock and a heavy sock. Because as you get higher, you want to wear a thicker sock. So you want to make sure that your shoe or your boot is okay with a very thick sock and it's not rubbing or anything like that. You want a big toe box because you want your feet to kind of be able to spread. And as you get higher in elevation, you will swell. You'll start to swell. You just retain water, even though you're peeing it out faster than you think you are. But you do swell. So you want to make sure that your shoes are comfortable. My shoes have a very large toe box, so I was pretty good with these. You'll also want to make sure that they have a water resistant sole and some nice lugs. Lugs right here, like here. So they're very grippy on the terrain. And they have a rugged shank. And there's what it is a metal piece within the shoe that keeps the shape so it doesn't break down. So there's like a shank, there's a metal piece right here. That just helps with keeping the shape, improves stability, and improves arch support on here. Now, some people like to wear running shoes or lightweight trail runners or things like that. I don't know if that's going to be a very good idea once you start getting up into higher elevation. I don't think it's going to have, I think your feet will be freezing if you wear those trail.
Yeah, not for summit. I wouldn't use it for summit because it could freeze your feet inside your shoes.
Yeah.
So what shoes do you wear for summit?
I wear my Merrells, my
Merrells.
Merrell hiking boots.
Okay.
Texas likes,
Keen.
or what are you wearing nowadays?
Yeah, I wear Keen.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it just has a really large toe box and it has a really large toe bump because I'm forever studying my toes. So, and I like the lugs. I just like the feel of a Keen.
Gore-Tex Ultras that are waterproof and everything. And I was thinking about wearing those.
Yeah.
Is that a shoe or a boot?
Yeah, it's a hiking shoe.
Hiking shoe. I don't know if that's going to be warm enough for summit night.
Mm-hmm.
That's the same thing I have. I have the Gore-Tex mid-height ultras.
Mm-hmm.
That'll be good during the day, but probably not for summit night, especially if it's cold. You might want to think about having some sort of backup to that.
Yeah, see, I've never worn.
So think of yourself going to Colorado at the ski hill when it's 20 degrees outside and you're in those shoes and you're spending all day outside in those shoes. Would that work? I don't know. You tell me.
Right.
Yeah. Basically,
Texas, yours, are you wearing boots or are you wearing shoes?
I'll be wearing boots. It'll be they're exactly like these, but they're higher up. They're boots, but they're exactly like these.
Okay.
And then for camp, when we have camp, of course, I wear Crocs with a very thick sock. So I have my warm socks and I have my Crocs on.
It is nice to have an extra pair of shoes like that at camp. Just because, if you're in your tent and then you have to get up and go to the bathroom or something, sometimes it's hard to get on those hiking boots. So it's nice to be able to just have something like that to slip on.
Exactly. So you'll want a warm, a lightweight coat before you get to base camp. I just had, like I said, I had like a really thin, little puffy, and I wore my little blue vest with that. I didn't use my actual ski jacket from. So my ski jacket, the heavy duty ski jacket, it's one through one. It has a hood. It actually on the cuffs, I can make them tighter so no wind will get in there. I can do that all the way around. It's got pockets galore on here. I only wore this at base camp.
Yeah.
Otherwise it's too hot.
Yeah. What brand is that one, Texas?
This one is a Murdane. Murdane.
Murdane. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so you,
And
So
it's
for
got
Summit-
fleece on the inside.
so for Summit Day, you did not need a jacket that heavy?
Texas didn't go up to Summit, so
Oh.
her maximum height was base camp. So she had to wear it at base camp because
Mhm.
it was cold enough at base camp to wear it. The rest of the days, like all the 5 days before that,
Mhm.
it was too heavy to wear. You didn't need it. But you need some sort of ski jacket like that, and even a ski pant. I have like not bib overalls, but I have kind of a hiking pant that I wear, like a cold weather hiking pant, that I take for summit night.
And what kind of ski jacket do you wear for summit night?
I forget what brand it is. I'll text it to you guys later.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm not really a brand name girl. I don't really know what brands I buy. I just make sure they're breathable and they're windproof and waterproof, and that that you have the hood because you want the hood. Like, so for example, for summit night, you're going to want, remember we talked about the net gaiter, right? So
Or a balaclava?
What's that?
Or a balaclava, a good fleece.
Balaclava, yeah. Yeah.
balaclava.
So you could go like that, and you can have this here like this. And then I like to add my hat to it, right? And then you might even add the bandana to that, right? So that you're all bundled up, sorry. And then you're going to have your ski jacket, your hat over top of all of that. Yeah. Because some night it can be really cold and windy. Yeah.
But down,
Not always, could be.
right, so in lower elevations, I did use my rain jacket in the rainforest. We definitely wore this both days. On the way down, it started raining. So it was really raining when we were coming down. And you guys got caught in that serious rainstorm.
Yeah, coming down was kind of challenging. We have some
Did
fun stories from that. Yeah.
Did
We
you
had
take
that.
pants as well, or just jackets?
The rain pants.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Rain pants. So I had a pair of I had Frog Tog rain jacket and rain pants. That's like my go-to. I have a Gore-Tex, like kind of a nicer, more elegant looking rain jacket. But for like real torrential downpours, I'll add in like the Frog Togs for like an added layer. And I also have Frog Tog, the rain poncho to throw over top of everything.
Right.
Yeah.
I also used this is my mid layer 3/4 zip. I also used this,
Yeah.
but in blue. I had it in blue. So I have this in blue. And so you can either bring one or two of these. I only brought one. That's all I needed. It was one. But if you'd like to bring two, that's fine. If you want to change clothes, I just didn't need to. I also brought actually I brought two shirts. I brought one long sleeve shirt and I brought one short sleeve shirt. And then if I got a little chilly, I went ahead and put the long sleeve shirt under my short sleeve shirt and then threw this on top of that.
Yeah, so just lots of layers. Remember, lots of layers.
Yeah, lots of layers.
Yeah. And then usually you're so tired, you're not changing your clothes every day, really. Like I think I wore the same pair of pants like 3 or 4 days in a row. And then I always like to have a backup pair of pants because I don't know, what happens if you split your pants? I don't know. So I always like to have a backup. And, you know, sometimes you just never wear them. It's like, oh, I've been wearing the same pants for 3 days. Oh, well, whatever.
Yep.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, one, you know, sports bra. So I wear one sports bra. My hiking pants convert to shorts. So I actually only bought one pair of pants. It was my shorts and my pants. And I wore shorts during the first day or so. And then after that, it was all pants.
Yeah.
But again, you can bring 2 pairs. But I only I've wore the same pair the whole time.
Yeah.
And I've never changed it. So let's see, we can put 5 or 6 panties, 1 or 2 sports bras, socks, 1 or 2 lightweight pair, and 1 or 2 heavyweight pair. I brought these ski socks with me. These are my heavyweight pair. I brought 2 of these, 2 long ski socks. They're super warm. For my long johns, I brought a heavyweight pair of long johns. This is what I slept in. So I had my pants and I had my shirt on here. So it kept me super warm. And I also use it as my sleep attire. So I was sleeping in my long johns, which was very, very nice. They're actually really comfortable. One thing I do, and I actually don't wear female underwear when I'm hiking. It's really kind of weird. I wear boy shorts, like Fruit of the Loom boy shorts. One, because they are pretty long. They come down to about mid-thigh. They're dry leaking and they are so inexpensive, it's ridiculous. So instead of buying 2 or 3 pairs of female boy shorts that are very short and kind of right up my, you know, male boy shorts, this is just extra large boys, Fruit of the Loom, I can get probably, you know, 8 to 10 pair for $10. So this is what I wear. Kind of weird, but that's what I wear.
Hey, whatever works. So what about gloves? Are you ready
Yep.
for gloves yet?
Yep, that's what I'm getting to. Gloves. I use fingerless gloves, and then I put a liner under this. So that way, I can actually open my phone. I can just pop off my mitten and then use my finger for my phone. And then I have my liners that I actually cut off my index finger so I can use my phone. So that's what I do. Some people just use mittens and a liner. I like to do fingerless. That way I can just have my hands when I'm actually doing stuff with my hands.
So you do fingerless, and then would you put a mitten over top of it?
It actually is a mitten. So here,
Yeah, put it on your hand.
it is. Okay. This is actually a mitten. Okay, so here's my fingerless, and then I can actually just cover it up.
Cover it up.
Mitten.
Gotcha.
So, and then my liner goes over this, which I have no idea where my liner is right now. So I will cut my liner and just cut it like right here on my index finger. That way I can open my phone
Right.
and not have to worry about it. And then just cover it up again.
Yeah.
And this also with the mitten, the fingerless glove and mitten, I can put one of those hot hands like right in here and it stays right there.
Nice. Yeah.
Okay. You'll want a pair of ski pants or bib overalls, something big enough to fit over all your clothes for summit night. You want to just enough, and then as soon as you come back down to base camp and come lower, you can strip off that layer of ski bib and then keep going down. You'll want a hat, one of the warm hats, and a baseball hat. I wore my baseball hat all the way to base camp and then back down. I did bring an actual hat. I really didn't use it because I didn't go all the way up. I had my buff and my gloves and my glove liners. And that is pretty much all my clothing. Anything else?
Good job. Thank you. That was
What
really
are shoe,
Go ahead, Sherry.
shoe gaiters?
Pardon me?
It's on the list. Can you talk about those, please?
Oh, the shoe gaiters?
Mhm.
Those are basically oh shoot, I did not bring them with me. They're just a little waterproof, basically a way to protect your shoes and your pants. at the bottom of your foot, for any rocks that go into your shoes or things like that. It's
Some of
just
them are
another layer of
waterproof.
protection.
Yeah, some of them are waterproof.
Mhm.
So if you have a real rainy day, I know Ellie, I think he pretty much wears gaiters all the time.
All the time.
He wears gaiters all the time. That's just part of his gear. I think it's not a bad idea to have a set. But if you have a good pair of rain pants that you'll put on, then, and as long as your rain pants will protect so if it's raining, where your shoelaces are, right? The shoelaces are, your rain could get in there.
Or
And
it can get
it would
through
get
the
wet
tongue.
from
Yeah,
the tongue. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, the gaiter will actually protect your whole foot. So
Yeah.
actually, so a gaiter, you see my foot? Can you see my foot?
Nope.
No,
Okay.
sideways.
All right, come back down a little bit. Okay. Can you see my foot?
Almost. Another.
Almost.
Yes.
Okay. So a gaiter can either be tall or short. So it'll start either here or here, and it'll go all the way over your shoe.
Okay.
And it will protect everything. So all the dust and the rocks and everything will not get into your shoe or on your pants down here. It was very, very dusty up there. So Ellie wears them all the way here to keep all that dust and everything out of his shoe and to keep his plants clean. I'll probably be bringing my gaiters with me, and they are waterproof, and they're just really easy to put on. They just kind of buckle, and then they just kind of keep all this right here clean and dry. I'll actually take a picture. As soon as I find my gaiters, I think my gaiters are in the car. I will actually take a picture of my gaiters with my hiking shoe when I'm out hiking in a couple days. Send it to y'all. Okay. That makes sense?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. Definitely.
Any other questions? Any other
No.
questions?
Not right now.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sure there will be. Well,
Absolutely. All right. So the plan from now is so Thanksgiving is next week, and then of course then we get into the Christmas season. So we're not going to have any more Zoom calls until after the new year. And then deposits are due. If you're serious and if you're interested, we are asking that for that $500 deposit by December 10th, and that's so that we can send some money over to Ellie to book our lodge for the safari and to secure him and our spot during the summer for July. So let us know that you're serious. Let us know that you're interested, and then we'll start regular meetups starting in January.
and how do you take payment for that?
Texas.
Yeah, I will actually just Venmo me. And then I will actually go to the bank and I wire money over to Ellie. Now, I've already done this before, so I have all his information, and and wiring money, I try to do it all at once because it costs there's a fee to wire money on both sides. So I don't want Ellie to have to do multiple payments, because actually that takes away from his bottom line also. So I do it in bulk.
Texas, when you email us tomorrow, could you please send us your Venmo information?
Yeah, I can do
Could
that.
you? Thank
Mhm.
you.
Do you do PayPal too, or no, just Venmo?
I haven't used PayPal, but
Okay.
I have a PayPal, but I just don't, usually it's just Venmo.
Yeah.
What about Zelle? Do you take Zelle?
I don't have Zelle.
You don't have Zelle. Okay.
Mm-mm. I'm sure my bank does it. I just I haven't used it, so I've never actually set it up.
Yeah, yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
Could you tell us just briefly about this company that we're going with, who they are and how you found them, and just anything about them?
Yeah, sure. So I've used Ellie. His company name is Kili Dreamers. He's a local Tanzanian guide. He used to actually be a ranger on the mountain for, I think he said, 10 or 20 years on the mountain as a
10
ranger?
years. I think it's like 10 years.
His name is Ellie.
Ellie. Anse, ANSE, and it's ELLY.
Okay.
And yeah, so he's been a ranger on the mountain. I first heard of him when I was getting ready for my trip in 2019. I had actually picked a different company, an American company, to take me to Kilimanjaro, and I was recruiting other people to come with me. And a friend of mine, actually like a cousin-in-law, I guess, she was living in Saudi Arabia at the time, teaching English over there. And she had some friends who had been and had gone with Ellie. And so she approached me and she says, "Hey, Mel, I think you're actually paying a lot of money. So let me check into, I heard of a local guide, and let me check into it and we'll check him out." And so through her friends, her contacts who had used him before, they had a really good experience. And then I used him when I went solo in 2019, and then we used him again when we went in 2022, and it's always been a good experience. He always has really good reviews. You can look him up on what is it, TripAdvisor?
Yeah, I think TripAdvisor.
He's on TripAdvisor. His company is called KiliDreamers.com.
He's a really great guy. He really.
Absolutely fabulous. Top-notch service. Hard to say. Yeah.
So
Question.
yes.
Good question. Absolutely.
Hey, Melanie, do you guys have a limit on the number of people that can go on this trip?
I don't think I would want more than 20. I think that would be a bit much to handle, but I would say the more the merrier.
We really had a good time. We really did.
No, I'm excited to go. My foot's all healed. It's not
I
broken.
know. I'm like, dude.
I know you were supposed to go last time, but then you broke your foot 6 weeks before or something.
Yes, so that made it so I could go. So I'm excited.
So you are not doing anything before this. Nothing.
Safety first. Yes.
No canyoneering for me. That's how I broke it.
What did you do?
Canyoneering
Oh.
Gosh.
in Costa Rica.
Oh, nice.
So
Awesome.
anyway, it's all good now.
That's good. I'm glad. All right. Any other questions?
Not for now.
Not for now. All right, guys. Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
Thank
If you have anybody who wants to listen to this Zoom meeting that we did, I've been recording it so we can share the link after the call. And I'm going to take one picture just to kind of, I know everyone's, I just want you guys to smile and say cheese. I don't know, how do I get my face out of it? There we go. Cheese. There we go. Yay. Oh, thanks, Stephanie.
It's a little dark here, but that's okay.
I'm glad.
Oh. Hey, Melanie, can you do another favor? Could you send a link also for that first meeting that you had for the people that that was just like the interest meeting? Because I have a friend that I was telling that I'm going to do this, and she's really interested, and I'd like to send her the links.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, definitely. I'll do that. Okay. So I want to send, okay. What else do I need to send out? I need to send the first link to Sherry.
Just send me both links, please.
Both
And I'll
links?
or
Okay.
And this is Stephanie. I don't think I got the backpacking list. I must have overlooked it on my email. If you could send that to me.
Okay. Yeah. Texas
I
will
don't
send
know
it
if I
out.
have it either.
I
Okay.
think it
Okay.
was right underneath the Zoom link was the gear list.
Okay,
Okay.
I'll look. Thanks.
But I'll send it again. I'll do another email and then we'll make sure we have this recording linked to that email. And
Okay.
I'll have everything that we talked about today.
perfect.
Okay.
Thank
Cool.
All right. Any other questions?
So on summit night, it's basically you said it's like 20 degrees or,
Or
just-
colder,
or cooler. Yeah.
depending on the weather, depending on the winds and the conditions. It could be very windy and awful, or it could be a calm night. It's really hard to say. But it is, yeah, you just don't know. You need to be prepared for whatever weather comes your way.
Yeah. We don't need it. it's not going to be quite so cold except that main summit night. That's when we really have to bring the extra stuff for that night.
Correct. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. The rest of the time, you know, you're hiking in, you know, just a couple of layers and your comfortable hiking pants and your regular hiking boots. I think one morning, near the beginning last year, it was a little frosty in the morning, but as soon as the sun came up, you know, everything melted away and it was a beautiful day. So, you know, plan to start with, you know, temperatures maybe low of 40s or 50s and then high of 60s or 70s during the day. And then
Mhm.
as you go up higher on the mountain, every camp gets maybe 10 degrees colder. If
Okay.
that makes sense.
Yeah, that helps. Yeah, just trying to wrap my brain around it.
Yeah.
I know I'll bring all my layers and everything, but
Yeah, as long as you have your layers and you're familiar with Texas cold weather hiking,
Mhm.
you know,
Mhm.
you'll be prepared. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, guys. Oh, look, I got everybody now. Let me take a picture before everybody. All right.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna try to get me in the picture too here. All right. All right, everybody. Here, let me go like this. Let me go like this. I apologize. My camera on this computer is at my keyboard. Look, see my keyboard. It's so weird. All right, everybody say cheese.
Cheese.
All right, thank you. All right, bye guys. Thank you. Text
We'll
or
see y'all.
whatever.
see y'all later.
Your comments or questions. Super nice seeing everybody. I really hope everybody here and more wants to come on this trip because it really is an epic adventure. And yeah, it really is. Okay,
it'll be amazing. Yeah. Thank you.
thank
Hey,
you.
See you
All
later.
right.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
bye.